teachers do not add to the GDP.
Taylor Voss, and I'm running for the Pueblo City School Board. Born and raised in Pueblo, I'm a product of Pueblo City Schools.
So the $36 million that would go for 300 would have actually got us 3,600 houses, $10,000 houses, assuming the capital investment of the contour crafting machines was satisfied. So with the ballot question 300, we would have had 3,600 brand new 2-story, 8-room houses for whoever. And for 36 million, for 18 million, we would have had 1,800 houses. We have 1,000 homeless children. So that would take care of all the homeless children, the $18 million. And then $315 million, the 18 was for 2B, and then 315 is 1A. That's 31,500 houses. We could have given nearly 30% of Pueblo City a free home. But instead, we're just going to get Isaac Richard Martinez, 26, of Colorado Springs, was arrested Wednesday on suspicion of unlawful possession of a controlled substance. He has a $7,400 bail. Maria Lovato, 19, of 900 block Sheridan Lane, was arrested on suspicion of possession of a Schedule I substance. She's got a $2,500 bail. So just a possession, just a simple possession. Both of those arrests are unnecessary. In my opinion, just reading from the little bit of information offered to the public. Now, there is 2 here. One's for second-degree assault and another one for a second-degree assault. So assault is violence. That looks like a good arrest. Dylan J. Morstad, 23 years old. His address is not specified. Does that mean he's homeless? It leads me to believe that he's homeless. And it says possession of a controlled substance and aggravated motor vehicular theft. First degree aggravated. So, yeah, the possession thing I don't care about, but the theft, that's fucked up. The first degree assault, first degree burglary, fucked up. Suspicion of possession of a controlled substance with intent to distribute, $35,000 bail, Herbert Romero. So that's interesting. That's a big dealer, I guess, intent to distribute. So that must be one of the big ones, but still war on drugs. I don't know. I would want to look into it. Jennifer Ann Snodgrass, 30, of Salida, arrested on suspicion of first-degree aggravated motor vehicle theft, $5,000 bail. That looks okay to me. Second-degree assault, okay. Unlawful possession of a controlled substance. Josiah Michael Torres, 21 years old, of an unspecified block of Elm Street, $2,500 room. Witherspoon, 51, Marcus Jerome, of 800 block Kalispell Avenue. Arrested Tuesday on suspicion of possession of a Schedule II controlled substance. And he's on a $2,500 bail. So Marcus Jerome Witherspoon, Josiah Michael Torres, and 2 or 3 more other folks. And we're still doing the war on drugs, still petty possessions. They just keep filling these jail cells. When that one article was written, it said 70% of the people that was in the jail currently did not have any charges. Currently, they weren't charged with anything. They're innocent until proven guilty. So 70%. Why are there so many people in jail that haven't been charged? And then also, there's a million reasons to be against this thing, but $315 million, we could have had over 31,000 houses built. For El Pueblo teacher, she suffers from PTSD. The El Pueblo Boys and Girls Ranch has been closed down forever and ever, and there is a guy's name. Somebody said something, Joshua Wilcoxon. So Joshua Wilcoxon is the face of El Pueblo Boys and Girls Club Ranch. They had more employees than they had kids. The kids come out of drug homes, heroin addicted, and other mental illness. So they were, I think, like autism and shit. So anyways, the most vulnerable at-risk children went to the El Pueblo Boys and Girls Ranch, where they were being held and choked and beat up and lots of physical violence. And the kids who were running out in the street, they weren't paying attention to what they were doing. There were gangs there, and there were gangs fighting other gangs, and then the kids who were actually trying to go through the program were getting picked on. So they just weren't paying attention. They were the bullies. It's a huge fuck up. Nobody at that place should put the El Pueblo Boys and Girls Ranch on their resume. Joshua Will Coxon, he's the board president, so it's really all going to fall on him. Success has a million fathers and defeat is an orphan. So he said the state's investigation was incomplete, inconsistent, and inconclusive. And then he also said that it would be a waste of resources to fight the department's actions of pulling their license for eternity. He said the allegations against him have caused irreversible damage. The argument against that would be, if you have a clean name, then stand up and defend yourself. I don't know how much money the truth should set you free, right? Lawsuits are, a pain in the ass. But, that was his response. Joshua Will Coxon, he said that it's a waste of resources to fight it, so they're just going to let El Pueblo Boys and Girls Club Ranch. Of tax money, which one does the least damage? 2B is $18 million. I don't know the street repair tax. The street repair tax, it is a tax. A fee is a tax. What the fuck? If anything, it might be a sneakier tax because you're saying a fee somehow isn't a tax when it totally is. But $315 million. We'll see how many tax and spend fascists we have here in Pueblo City. So the more November arrests. So the cops, I will say, have provided a safe place for me to live ever since I've been here for 9 months. So the current paradigm actually seems to be the lesser of all the taxes, of all the tax and spend fascist measures. So here, Dominic Ray Garcia, criminal mischief, he caused property damage. Reginald Warren Hawthorne caused body injury. Manuel Medina Jr., 44, 1800 block of Bremer Avenue, was arrested Friday on suspicion of aggravated motor vehicle theft, possession of a controlled substance. The theft is the problem, and then the, possession, unlawful possession, and intent to distribute. So both of them, he's held at jail without bail, pending a court appearance. Jermaine Durrell Mondragon, 31 years old, was just thrown in there on suspicion of unlawful possession of a controlled substance. So 31, 1800 block of Maplewood Drive, and he's being held at jail without bail pending a court appearance. That seems like a bullshit charge. I feel like that's a waste of time. Just for a simple possession. Now Reginald Hawthorne, the guy, arrested for child abuse, suspicion of child abuse causing serious bodily injury. What the fuck, Reginald? That he deserved to be arrested. Absolutely. Good job on the police for that. Cecilia Ann Rogers, 30. She's arrested for a warrant for identity theft. Now, I wonder about this identity theft thing. So the identity theft, is it they wrote a false check? Is it they give a false name to the police officer, or did they actually go into it all and find social security numbers and credit cards and then empty out bank accounts? So that's not enough. I feel like I need to know more information on that. Wilson Ania, ANAYA, 45, 2000 block of North Grand Avenue, arrested Saturday on suspicion of identity theft and possession of a controlled substance with intent to distribute. So again, why that second part? Is that an enhancement charge? So a controlled substance, I don't really care too much about. The identity theft could very well be $50,000. So he's Wilson, 45 years old, on a $50,000 bail. Clearly the police, the jailers, or the judge clearly think he's a threat. $50,000 bail. Jamie Elson's arrested, suspicion second-degree assault. Roger Lee Powers arrested, suspicion of identity theft, $20,000 thing. So it must be some serious shit, whatever they think Roger Lee Powers is doing. Shawnee Leah, or you think, right, $20,000, or that might be cruel and unusual punishment. Linnea Montoya, $20,000, first-degree burglary. So, okay. Quinisha Marie Lucera, first-degree burglary. That's all right. Possession of a Schedule II controlled substance, $11,500 bail. So now I'm wondering why they putting these big-ass bails on just simple possessions. Aaron Lee Belia, 34 years old, for simple possession, $11,000. So he's not going to get out. Aaron Lee Belia is going to stay in jail until eventually we figure out what to do with him. So we're just packing these jails. Are we just trying to overpack them right now? Are we just going overboard, above and beyond? I mean, the war on drugs has failed. The war on drugs has failed.
And Pueblo City schools shaped me into the person I am today. And I owe everything I am to those schools. So I felt that I had the responsibility to pay it forward and really give back to this community. For me, it's all about the kids.
Was Allison Eade. She was appointed to be the 10th District U.S. Court of Appeals judge. So the federal government stole Colorado's state Supreme Court justice, and now the state representative, Clarice Navarro of Pueblo, Republican of Pueblo, is stepping down from her legislative seat. So she couldn't even complete her term. What are we going to do? Have to have a special election now? Have one real quick? Is this going to be appointed by the governor? Is the governor just going to appoint somebody to put in Clarice Navarro's chair? She's going to be the new executive director of the Colorado Farm Service Agency, a federal appointment announced Monday by U.S. Secretary of Agriculture Sonny Perdue. She was elected to House District 47 in 2012. She announced her decision on Facebook, and federal agricultural officials made their announcement on Monday. She's quitting on Sunday. So Clarice.
And I believe we need to invest heavily in programs that better prepare our students for an ever-changing world.
State House seats, House seat 47 is up for re-election next November. So next November, whoever wants Clarice Navarro's seat, it's there for the taking. The Republican House District 47 Vacancy Committee will select her replacement at 7 p.m. November 15th in Fowler at the Blackburn Dennis Community Center, 208 6th Street. So the Republicans are meeting in Fowler in Otero County to figure out who the replacement for the state House representative of House District 47 is going to be until next election, until next, I guess, January 1st, after whoever is selected after the election. So that's who's going to appoint it, the Republicans of the Otero County, right? So there's about a dozen Republican Party officers from Fremont, Pueblo, and Otero County. Received recognition from Mental Health Colorado American Conservative Union. So huge deal, right, for Clarice Navarro. And Drew Ryer, chairman of the committee, said any interested Republicans can attempt to nominate a replacement or even themselves to replace Navarro for the upcoming session of the General Assembly. So we need somebody, right? We need somebody. And why? How the fuck do Republicans just can select whoever the hell they want to select? These seem like interesting rules. Interesting rules. So there's a couple more local news. D60 teachers failed to reach an agreement. Are they striking John Pompeo? Did they finally strike one day out from the election? So 2 days of mediation between D60. The teachers and the school board just cannot get along because the school board is dysfunctional. So I think they're pushing to have Macaluso kicked out. That's what it feels like to me.
Another priority for me is being an advocate for teachers. Teachers truly are the backbone of society.
I think the backbone of this society and community is sewer and water lines and streets. I mean, what are you going to do without sewer? What are you going to do without water lines? Now, I'd say the water line is the backbone to Pueblo City.
And they are the backbone of this community. So I think we need to do a better job of providing resources, but also giving them the respect and praise that they truly deserve.
Give them the praise that they deserve. Vote for Taylor Voss. He'll be an advocate for teachers. Seems like bad timing for the union to be doing or saying anything. 2.8% cost of allowing increase, COLA, $30 per month increase per employee in the district's contribution to health insurance. They apparently are tight with money. We'll get perhaps one or two new people on the school board, so hopefully the new people on the school board will really take a hard look at that budget and cut a lot of things and fire everybody. Like, I think that we do need to clean house. D60 schools has failed, and so therefore your kids get dumber in the middle schools. The math and science or something, the numbers come out, they get dumber. So you're actually making your kids, you're fucking your kids' brains up. So that's horrible statistics. They're failing, but it gives us actually an opportunity to make it a awesome school about making the kids own their own education, so they actually give a shit. The president of the union, the PEA, I guess the Professional Educators Administration Union, it says that we started bargaining in August with the district offering 0% for a cost of living, and we have ended mediation at 0%. So you're not given the cost of living increases, Charlotte Macaluso. And she's like, oh my goodness, it's unfortunate we haven't reached a resolution. It's vitally important we find solutions for the challenges. I'm committed to repairing and restoring a positive relationship with PEA so that we can move forward and put our focus and energy into educating students. We believe our employees are committed to providing quality educational opportunities for all students, and in many cases we share the same goals as PEA. No one disputes that effective teachers deserve to be paid more. Nobody disputes that. Nobody. The teachers, substitute teachers, Kristen Post, said she got hit in the head by one of the kids, and that was the last straw. She got assaulted many times. It was just too much. She said she got assaulted 3 or 4 times by her own students. Each hit came without consequence. Nobody gave a shit about the staff. There was no protection for the staff, said Kristen Post. This is at the El Pueblo Boys and Girls Club, so it wasn't Boys and Girls Ranch. So it wasn't just the kids being abused, but it was also the kids abusing the staff, and then the staff having no place to go. I've worked with disabled kids for quite a while on top of that, and to see how they were not getting the support they need was disturbing. The teachers thing, real quick, it just seems like, fucking knock it off, teachers. Like, you're just asking for this bit of money, that bit of money. You going to strike? Are y'all ready to strike? Are you prepared to look out for the long haul? Y'all got good jobs. You have breaks in the summer and on the weekends. So just accept your fucking paycheck and chill the fuck out. God.
I believe that is accomplished by providing a quality education. If elected, I promise to work tirelessly to bring that opportunity to each child.
Do you have a passion for Pueblo?
Yeah.
Hop in.
Like there's a combination of oppression by the staff and by the educators and by the students themselves. So it was a culture of violence. Violence was happening all over the place, down on the kids, kids up onto the staff, all over the place. And the staff and the teachers, and they weren't listening to each other. They couldn't stop it. Everything was out of control. And they didn't want to say anything because they wanted to hold on to these kids. The more kids that they had, the more money they would get from the state. So even if the kids were violent and crazy and out of their damn minds, it's like, well, if we, say we can't handle this kid, we might lose our license. They did it anyways. But if we can't control this kid, we won't get the paycheck, which that was the important thing for the Wilcoxon guy, whatever that guy's name is, Joshua Wilcoxon. So that's, more shit about El Pueblo Boys and Girls Ranch. That's talk about horror stories. You don't need no made-up fucking, loop guru money. Again. One more time. So here he is, cruising on down the road, right? And uh-oh. It doesn't look like a flashy car, so it doesn't look like he's part of the 1%. He's not a rich man. He's got some brake issues.
Hey, man.
Hey, man.
Do you have a passion for Pueblo?
Yeah.
Hop in.
So apparently Kevin Cover just drives around randomly in Pueblo City asking people if they got a passion for Pueblo, and all they got to do is just tepidly give them a, yeah, right? Do you have a passion for Pueblo? Yeah. No, it doesn't sound like a passion. Do you have a passion for, I asked you if you had a passion for Pueblo.
Do you have a passion for Pueblo?
Yeah.
Today is election day. Finally, right? The Super Bowl. This is my Super Bowl. Tuesday, November 7th. For about a month, you had all of Pueblo County for various different positions. So about 160,000 ballots went out. And a lot of the Pueblo City had a lot of decisions. There was 4 specific city decision, 1 county decision, and then there was the school board and the city council race for Pueblo City. So Pueblo City had lots to decide from. So far, what's happened is 101,866 ballots were returned in El Paso County, and 23,585 were returned in Pueblo County. So we've seen at least 23,000 ballots who have already voted. They've already turned in their ballots into Pueblo County. Chuck County's clerk said they sent out 400,000 ballots, so that's why they got 101,000. So El Paso County, is at Colorado Springs. So 40 to 45% is what El Paso County is looking to be. 23,585 out of 160,000 total. Ew. And that's for the county, so that's not for the city. I'm interested in the city races. So that's interesting. So far, the ballots that they've got in is 23,585. 23,585 for the county. So that's a lot less than what I was expecting. So the turnout rate is actually turning out to be, there's not going to be any Democratic legitimacy. So there should just be a redo because the majority of the people actually didn't vote. Tuesday, 7 p.m. is the last moment that people could vote, and you could actually go to someplace, register, same-day registration, and vote. Not really.
Hi, I'm retired Judge Dennis Mays.
Hi, retired Judge Dennis Mays.
And I'm a candidate for the Pueblo School District 60 Board of Education.
Looks so natural. It's like you're just talking right to me, not reading the teleprompter like a weird person.
As a judge, I gave full attention to every matter that came before me.
I had heard that by 8 p.m. there would be unofficial results by 8 p.m. tonight, and there are reporters that stay by the county clerk of the county elections department by the office to find out what's going on to get the unofficial results, and then it takes 2 or 3 days to actually get the official results. So I haven't actually been able to see where my ballot is, and I'm a little bit, I'm wondering what's up with that. Where did my ballot go? Did it actually get counted? I put it in the Lamb library. The lady said I did not need a stamp, so I don't think I would need a stamp, to be honest with you. Maybe they pick it up at the last second. If there is, I will make sure I tell everybody that, that ballot track system thing is working. And if one singular city in Colorado can claim they have power over 64 counties in the entire state of Colorado, and if one singular city in D.C. can claim to have power over 50 states, if I lived in Catalonia, I would have voted for secession too. So I'm in solidarity with Catalonia. I like what Catalonia represents. Spain is being fucking ridiculous. You're throwing old ladies down on the ground. Catalonia feels like I've heard nothing good about Spain. Catalonia now all of a sudden it's got importance, meaning, and there's cultural, and they got the same language, and they share all these cultural, elements. So they've already done it. They've already voted to leave. So essentially, you're going to go against the will of the people the entire time this is just the Spanish repression. This is the Spanish repression period for Catalonia. So you're damn right I believe in home rule status. So if one city in Colorado can control 64 counties and one city in D.C. can have power over 50 fucking states, 5 national territories, and over 1,000 military bases around the world, then Pueblo City can claim the authority to rule her own goddamn self. You got
Okay.
That's the district.
Is that open too?
It is open.
You don't want to run for the district?
I thought, I think my better chances would be in at large. I want to hear everybody's opinions about what's going on in the city, and that's given me the opportunity to speak with everybody, from the north side to the south side to the east side.
you really believe in those kids. You don't even believe in democracy and freedom.